Sunny Hostin, co-host of The View, recently found herself in the eye of a media storm following a surprising revelation about her ancestry. This development came to light during her appearance on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show where celebrities explore their genealogical history. Hostin, known for her vocal stance on racial issues, discovered that her ancestors were involved in slaveholding. This startling find was enough to ignite widespread debate and put Hostin's past statements and activism under the spotlight. Sunny Hostin has frequently engaged in discussions surrounding race, inequality, and reparations on various platforms. Her insights are often viewed as deeply personal commitments to social justice. Thus, the revelation on the PBS show took not only her audience, but also Hostin herself by surprise. Until this moment, Hostin identified strongly with her Puerto Rican heritage and had little knowledge of her Spanish and slave-owning roots.
The descendant of slave owners from Europe. Here's how she took the news. Roll it.
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah.
The program highlighted how Hostin's ancestors were not just any immigrants or humble laborers, which is often a part of the American narrative, but were instead involved in the slave trade. This revelation was visibly uncomfortable for Hostin, who had to process the information on camera. She remarked on the unusual nature of this discovery, trying to compose herself while acknowledging the broader irony. Hostin's reaction and her subsequent handling of the revelation became a focal point on The View and sparked broader discussions on social media. Many debated whether her situation was a form of poetic justice, especially given her outspoken nature on matters of race and historical accountability. The story gained further traction when Greg Gutfeld, a host on a competing network, picked up on the narrative and delivered a candid critique of Hostin's predicament. Gutfeld, known for his sharp wit, did not hold back as he pointed out the layers of irony in Hostin's newfound historical knowledge. His commentary touched on themes of hypocrisy and how public figures manage revelations that contradict their proclaimed values. In one of his remarks, Gutfeld alluded to the twist as a vegan owning a barbecue joint, drawing laughter from his audience. He extended his critique by suggesting that Hostin should consider the implications of her family's past when addressing racial issues in future conversations. Gutfeld's emphasis was on the broader context of personal responsibility over inherited history. Social media users were quick to respond, with many expressing mixed feelings. Some felt it was an example of karma, arguing that Hostin's discovery should prompt her to rethink her narrative on reparation and racial discourse. Others suggested that the revelation should not reflect on Hostin personally, as she had no prior knowledge of her ancestors' involvement. Despite the polarized opinions, the incident serves to highlight how personal history can unexpectedly influence public figures and their platforms. Hostin, who has been an influential voice on The View, now faces the challenge of reconciling her personal history with her public advocacy regarding racial justice. Her handling of this personal discovery could influence her credibility and the content of her future public engagements. For those keenly following celebrity stories, the predicament offers a reminder of the complex nature of identity and the unpredictable elements of one's personal history. As more individuals and public figures turn to ancestry tests for deeper personal insights, similar revelations will likely emerge, prompting debates about the past and its influence on the present. As the story unfolds, the central question remains: how might Hostin's latest discovery affect her? Observers await to see if Hostin will publicly address the newfound elements of her ancestry and whether this revelation will alter her approach to discussions on race. Whatever the outcome, the narrative captures the ongoing tension between personal identity and public discourse, shining a light on how the two can collide in unexpected and challenging ways.